Buddy. I got the Zeekster. I got the Zeekster. He got his little harness on for his walks. Oh, here's the Zeke, guys, for all the Zeke people. And anybody that has a problem with it, then oh well. Because I haven't got to bring him up in a long time. And finally, I'm doing an early enough one where he's not in bed already. All you guys that missed the Zeekster. I gotta get your merch out. I should have put his hoodie. He's got a merch hoodie. Maybe next time I'll put it on him. So cute. It's so cute. Nikki, look up there. Look up there. Look. He's in mid haircut. Like it's like halfway between where we get him cut. Oh, I love him. He's so cuddly. He's so cuddly. So there's the Zeekster. You're almost your bedtime, buddy. Ooh, I was gonna wait till like halfway in this live so more people are in. But then I figured if people want to go back, like the people that wanted to see Zeke, if they want to go back and watch it, all they need to do is go to the beginning and they'll see the Zeekster. He's so cuddly. He's so cuddly. Hi Shannon. Hi Michelle. Diana. Scout. Gaily Gale. Laura, Dark Sea. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. I miss him. I miss the boy. He's addicting. I just look his leash because his thing is like green right here. So you're part of the green screen, Bubby. You're part of the. Oh, so lovable. He's my lovable, cuddly boy. You haven't been up here in a while on TV. Huh? You've been up in my room, but not on the TV, not on the YouTube, huh? No. Okay, you're being an attitude. Anyway. Hi, Mrs. Kurt Cobain. What's up? Been forever, girl. How you doing? I just gotta get my Zika fixing real quick, guys, and then we'll start. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Susan H. L. Anders. Alienated. Shannon's Copper. So yeah, you guys are probably aware of the whole Susan. I'm just gonna call her Susan Cox instead of put that Powell on her last name. They're a psycho family. But Susan Cox, those of you guys have probably heard they found remains, and I keep checking, but I should realize it's probably going to be at least a week or something before they can confirm it, right? Because they just found it. The remains, they found like some rib bones. They found some clothes. It looks like it could be like a pair of women's pants. What else bones did they find? And they said they could still get DNA, even though it's been that long. So they'll still be able to see if it's hers. So I guess we'll just see. But I have some video clips, with like talking about it that I'm gonna play for you. I know. Can you that's stupid Josh. I found some old ones that I wanted to play, maybe after I play the ones of just the recent stuff. And then, like for instance, which I didn't realize this, that they sued that her family sued the state. So there's like the trial for that. Like there's just a little news clip, which I should have figured because that was their freaking negligence or whatever. They should have listened to them and not taken the kids over there that day. They could have saved the kids. Okay, hold on. Let me open the door for him. A second. Okay, Bubby. Okay, you had enough. You said I had enough. I had enough. Oh, you're so cute. Love you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, go ahead. All right. Okay, so yeah, this is a huge case, guys. So this is a huge news, how many of you guys coming in didn't hear about it yesterday? Is anybody just like, is this the first time you're hearing about it or no? Probably not, huh? Because it all kind of happened yesterday as far as all the breaking news. And I had already had that other live planned, but we kind of talked about it a little bit in last night's live because somebody came in and mentioned it. Oh man, my allergies. Hold on a second. Hold on one second. I'm on mute. I caught it this time. Usually I need Bella to tell me. Somehow I caught it. So what was I gonna say? Oh, what I said is, oh, I'm probably gonna see some new faces because it's a little bit earlier than my normal time. And I said, Hey Mez, I'm glad you can make it. TV Cat, Betty Smith, Kelly, yeah. CJTQ. Okay, so let me see. First time okay. So you know who everybody's aware of who Susan Cox Powell is, right? So I'm not even sure what year it was. I think 2012 is when the kids died, right? When was she? I don't even know what the year was when she disappeared. Let me see. I should just ask you guys because it was a while ago. Let me see what year it says because I can't pretend I'm going to remember the year. So it looks like disappeared December 6th, 2009. And so she disappeared. Haven't found her. You know, Josh, her husband supposedly said that he went camping the day she disappeared. Like he took his kids camping, like on a freezing snowy day. Like he went camping somewhere. Like what? It was so obvious that it was him. And you know, the psycho father-in-law that was obsessed with her made videos like how he was in love with her, would hit on her and made like creepy like comments to her of how he was just disgusting. He ended up going to prison for another the father ended up going to prison for like another issue for child I think he was spying on his underage neighbor or something. Isn't that what it was? He had a camera or something, but he ended up going to prison and he died in prison with like a heart attack or something, right? And so he was a creep. But anyway, Josh, he had like what visitations rights to his kids, and it wasn't Susan's mother parents. Didn't they? Aren't they the ones that warned like they didn't feel safe? They didn't want him having access to the kids, I think it was. Um oh wait, where is Onion Field? Hi Onion Field, but I don't see you. Or is it the Gaily Gale? Wait, where hi Gail. I don't see wait, I'm trying to find Onion Fields. Hey Central Florida mommy. I don't see you, Onion Fields. Are you still here? So yeah, so and then so the child service person or whatever the count I mean, what would she be? I don't know what the title was, but the person that works for the state, it was supposed to supervise the visit, right? She brings the two sons over and he grabs them and like shuts and locks the door. And then he ends up killing them and then blowing up the house. So supposedly he killed them first, right? And then killed himself by blowing up the house. So anyway, yeah, so the state faced some legal action too because I mean they shouldn't have brought them over. They could have just handled it different. Yes, we're gonna watch. I found the video that I'm sure a lot of you guys that know the case and those that you don't, it'll be new. Before she disappeared, she made a video and she even says, in case if something happens to me, do you know what video I'm talking about? So I thought it'd be interesting to watch that again. I haven't watched that in like years. I'm sure maybe a lot of you guys haven't watched that in a while. So I figure we could watch that. Oh, there's Onion Field. Hey, Onion Field. We love your wife, Gaily Gale. And we love you too. Um, oh, thanks, Michelle. It looks horrible today. I feel like I don't know. Okay, so yeah, so are you guys yeah, they it was like down in like an old mine shaft that I guess it collapsed in 2012. So like and I think it was 2012 that it happened with the kids, right? That he killed himself and the kids. Wasn't that 2012? Anyway, he was never charged when he should have been charged. I mean, you don't need to have a body to charge. I mean, we've seen in cases you don't need to have a body to charge with murder. So the fact that they never even charged him, I guess they maybe just didn't have enough evidence. But I mean, I think it was pretty obvious. He goes camping in the winter, the day she disappears. The couch, remember the couch? There was fans blowing on the couch because it was all wet. Like he cleaned the couch or something, or what, scrubbed it or something because there was fans blowing. That day when she disappeared. What else was there? I don't know, just weird things that it was obvious that it was him. So let me play a couple clips. Yeah, they got a tip, I guess, to check this mine shaft. And So they've been searching and they found remains. So they're gonna test to see if it was hers. And they found a pair of like women's pants, they think it is. And they found a couple other items. I know there's rib bones, like maybe leg, arm. I don't know. It'll say in the video. I just remember they said the rib bones they found. So they found some bones. They should be able to test. They said. Um. Oh, his dad. I was wondering when they said that, Lauren, if they did something to collapse it. Like, what would it take to collapse a cave? Like, how hard is that? Can a human do that? I guess they could put some kind of explosives. I was wondering. But then that wouldn't okay, so if that happened the same year that he killed himself, then why would they have even needed it to unless if it was just like before? Because why if it was him, then why would they even needed to protect anything? Because he killed himself anyway, so it was obvious. I don't know, but yeah, it did make me think because maybe it was before it collapsed before. Okay, so yeah, this is huge news, guys. Okay, let me play a couple of clips for you guys and then we'll chat about it. All right, his songs were so bad. Wait, his song? Did I ever hear them? I don't know if I heard his songs. He like had like music out? Maybe in like years ago I did. I don't know. I can't think. All right, so we'll start with this one, and then we'll do the item sound. We're gonna start with the father joins the search for missing daughter, and then the next one will be like the items found. Okay.
It's a blessing, and I'm just so thankful that they're doing it, and I'm just grateful that people are still looking for Susan.
They sure are. That is Susan Cox Powell's father, Chuck Cox, speaking today, joining the search for her remains in Utah. It's now been more than 12 years since his daughter disappeared and 10 years since her two sons were killed by their father just before he committed suicide in Washington state.
Over the weekend, a Fox 13 News reporter, Spencer Joseph, went out to the West Desert to cover the search. Today, he went back and found that Susan's father flew in from Washington state to be part of it.
This is what we live for. In the nearly unreachable boundaries of the West Desert of Utah.
About 30 feet of thick dirt. We're going on day 9, I think, out here.
A team led by Dave Sparks is searching for the final resting place of Susan Cox Powell.
I was very fascinated with the idea of maybe helping find Susan. I've kind of just been following along ever since, and then we got a tip that there's a chance she's out here.
They're armed with the best equipment.
We pride ourselves on being able to extract, recover, or rescue items, people, whatever it is, that nobody else has ever been able to get to.
But on the 9th day of digging, there was a special visitor who's looking for any sign of Susan.
Is this theirs, or is it something I wish there was more. I'm glad for what they've got, and I want them to get back down and bring out more stuff.
This is Chuck Cox, Susan's father.
It wasn't going to get searched any other way, and I'd just be glad to find out, is she here, is she not, who is here?
He's been very invested in this process, just like we are.
After 12 years, he's never given up looking.
The likelihood is pretty low that we're going to find something, but on the other hand, she's still out there somewhere.
But this has not been an easy process.
We've seen the good, bad, and the ugly, and this mine was ugly. The fact that this mine had been perfectly intact for 100 years or so back in November 2009, and then in January of 2010 the mine had been burnt and collapsed.
This seems to fit everything we would want, and I'm disappointed it was not checked earlier.
And they have found some evidence.
Bones, we're finding trash. We found a pair of pants that appears to be either a small man or a woman's pair of pants. We found other articles of clothing, found a little piece of tree wrap material, which according to the podcast about Josh Powell, there was an opportunity where he may have gone out and bought this exact same material.
All of which will be given to her father and then analyzed. But this dig is also about a bigger idea.
We wanted to raise awareness of this whole case, make sure that people don't forget about what happened to Susan. I never knew Susan, but I feel connected to her in ways that I can't explain.
And as bucket after bucket is brought up and searched For Chuck Cox, it's one step closer to finding his daughter and finding peace.
It's a blessing, and I'm just so thankful that they're doing it, and I'm just grateful that people are still looking for Susan.
Ultimately, the goal here is to rule this out as Susan's final resting place, but they are hoping to find more in the next couple of days as they complete this dig. In the West Desert, Spencer Joseph, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Okay, so let me play another. So then that one, they just said the items, right? They didn't say the remains yet, right? Because that was probably from before they found it. Okay, so let me play this other one. Items found. Okay, this one I think they should say about how they found like ribs, and they didn't say that in that one, right? Because I was looking at something else when they started saying what they found in that video. I mean, I'm just gonna play this and see.
Findings from a mine in the West Desert of Utah have been sent to a lab in Salt Lake City to determine whether anything found there is evidence of where Susan Cox Powell's body was left by her now dead husband, Josh Powell.
Fox 13 News reporter Spencer Joseph has followed the story. He joins us with more on the latest development. Spencer.
Yeah, those findings include bones, a pair of pants that could potentially be women's pants, as well as other clothing scraps and trash. While it's all potentially evidence of this unsolved case, Susan's family and friends are just now waiting for an answer.
It was a pretty emotional week. Lots of back and forth. Is it her? Is it not her? Have they found a clue to Susan's disappearance?
Kiersey Hellowell was Susan Cox Powell's best friend.
So I obviously have been following the search in the West Desert very closely and hanging on every word.
Along with Susan's father, Chuck Cox, and other friends and family, they've seen the findings from an operation led by Dave Sparks in the West Desert. And now there's even more progress.
I was very glad yesterday to hear that a forensics lab had been selected and that the evidence that they found in the mine was going to be taken to the forensics lab.
Now the wait begins as a lab here in Salt Lake analyzes the findings. But for Susan's friends and family, right now is tough.
It's really hard to know what to think because there are some things that make me think maybe this is Susan. I saw the pants myself, I touched them, I looked at them closely, and I think that they were a pair of women's dress pants. Why would someone throw a pair of women's dress pants down a mine? I am trying not to get my hopes up because I have spent many hours crying over the last couple of weeks thinking, is this her? We really found her? And then ration will come back.
And it has also renewed lots of communication.
Messages flying back and forth over the internet. I spent hours and hours going through old emails from early 2010 trying to pin down dates of various mine searches and things that have been looked at.
But it's renewed something else too. More people hearing about Susan's story. Hellowell says even in the last few days, people have reached out to her saying they are survivors of domestic violence and that Susan's story has helped them. But as findings from the West Desert are being analyzed, a now growing community of friends and family are waiting on any results.
I hope that whatever is found, if there's any kind of evidence, if there's any kind of DNA, that it will hopefully solve something for some family that's grieving somewhere, if it isn't Susan.
Yeah, and of course, we will keep you up to date with the latest on this story as results become known. Live in the newsroom, Spencer Joseph, Fox 13 News.
I know, yeah, it does. There was another picture that I saw. It does look like there's two pairs of pants. That's a good question. So is it just because they came apart or something? I don't know. Hey, Robin Lane. But they only said one pair, so you think they would have said if it was two pairs. So it must just be one. What's up, Rich? Nice to see you. Did you go visit Darley recently? Email me. I'm curious. Bella told me, I think, that you were planning on going to visit her again, right? Okay. Hey, Journey of Justice. All right. So let me play that video from way back that Susan made. Where she's like, in case if anything happens to me, she made this video. And yeah, that video should have been enough. She had like diaries. I mean, I feel like there was enough circumstantial evidence to charge freaking Josh. And the fact that they just slacked on that, and then that they still let him see his kids after knowing he's probably a dangerous person, is messed up. Okay, so I'm gonna play Oh, we gotta talk. Oh, I want to hear about it. Cool. Okay, so here, let me play. I'm gonna play the video of her. So this is Susan Cox's video that she made. And well, it's pretty self-explanatory, really, because you could just hear what she says. Okay. So, here we go.
This is me, July 29th, 2008. It is 12:33 Mountain Time. Covering all my bases, making sure that if something happens to me or my family or all of us, that our assets are documented. Hope everything works out and we're all
Oh, I had it on mute. Okay, sorry. Thank you for telling me, Ashley. Or a bunch of you guys, Megan. Oh, a bunch of you guys told me. Thank you. I don't know. I said page unresponsive. I think it was StreamYard. Oh no, it did say it said StreamYard page unresponsive. So I exited and came back in. But we're back. We're back. So let's try this again. Okay, cool, Rich. Are you on Eastern time though? Wow. Because I'm always watching, like, the views or the people in here, and it just dropped by like it'd be 20 people since I went froze. That just shows you people's attention span. You know what I'm saying? Like I froze and they just couldn't wait, so they just left. I mean, we're all guilty of it, I guess. Sometimes, like, you're just like clicking, and YouTube is so, you know, so good that I mean, you can just click around and watch something else. But yeah, 20 people just left, and like in the matter of like a minute. That's crazy. Okay, let's try this again. You know what? That's true. Maybe they went out because they thought it was something to do with their internet, and they went out, and maybe they will come back in. You're right. We'll see. All right, I will. Yeah, gods. I'll find something. I was wondering because there's a lot of videos on this, but since I see you guys are interested, yeah, I could find some videos of him. Definitely. Let me play this one of her real quick.
This is me, July 29th, 2008. It is 12:33 Mountain Time. Covering all my bases, making sure that if something happens to me or my family or all of us, that our assets are documented. Hope everything works out and we're all happy and live happily ever after as much as that's possible. Charlie, say hi. Today is Tuesday, July 29th, 2008, and we are in the 6254 West Sarah Circle house. This is me. Hi. Sorry. And it is, can you see that? 11:44 a.m. And I am documenting all our assets just in case of any emergencies, fire, flood, damage, disputes. And we have 2 Samsung monitors. And this is Josh's computer, and there's some type of backup device and speakers. And here's the kind of pimping out stuff he's done to his computer. He built it himself. I think there's like 5 hard drives, something about doing raids. There's those for all the computer geeks. And Josh locked this, but this is all of his files. See, locked. Those are his files. And he bought expensive stuff, like these are, I think this was like a couple of $1,000 of, like, it says graphic design templates by Stock Layouts or something like that. Alright, here's our unfinished basement. We bought 3,000 pounds of wheat, and these are buckets of wheat. See? And this one, whoops. Chemical-free hard white wheat with mint green gum and red wheat with mint gum. So there's a whole bunch of boxes of, or buckets of it. Here is a rigid saw. I don't know the differences. I think this is a chop saw. Oh, there we go. It says miter saw utility vehicle MSUV. Oh, that's the holding thing of it. And there is a shop vac. This is all stuff bought in a year or less through Home Depot on my credit. Josh bought a lot of stuff and then he had to bankrupt it. And then he bought a little bit more on my credit. There's a nice lamp. These are things to roll wood with. Oh, there's his RC car. It's pretty pimped out. You can see that stuff. I think he's got probably a 3,000 worth of supplies in the RC car world. It's a beauty salon chair. We got Verco chairs. And here is our safe. Bear with me a moment. I'm going to press the code. Okay. So,
I don't know. You guys want to watch? I found a couple of the interviews with Josh. I think I have 3 of them that we could watch. Oh, you sent me an email, Journey of Justice? Let me see. The delusional behavior of Steve. Oh, yeah, he is creepy. We can even watch their dad. Oh, Oxygen, though. I'm not sure if I feel comfortable playing it something on Oxygen, to be honest. But you know what? We could find it on another thing, I bet. Because I mean, those interviews, I feel like those videos, I'd rather find it somewhere where it's not on the auction because it has the big watermark. I don't know. Do you guys want to watch the rest of this where she documents it, or because it's still like
are fairly organized.
let's see.
Paint supplies.
This kind of
remote, I guess,
she's
is
just
like
going through her stuff basically.
cooking clean. Here's the rest of the 3,000 pounds of wheat. So
I'll just skip through it a little bit.
Drill.
What did
Nikon digital.
Well, I didn't watch it yet, but on the that one podcast, that famous podcast for this, what did they say that the murder weapon was? That they said they found Josh's murder weapon. Does anybody know what it was? Because I didn't get a chance to watch that. All right. I'm gonna play a couple of Josh's. And then I have these other ones that I already had planned to play, like the lawsuit and stuff. It's just like a news clip on what happened with that. And what else is it? Yeah, the state found negligent in deaths of Powell's. Let's see, wait, Susan Powell. All right, let me play the one at Josh, and then we'll go back to these ones. I'll play a couple interviews of Josh. So those either aren't even familiar with the case, you can kind of see him and how like creepy he is. So I'm gonna start with the little news clip that shows parts of the interrogation, and then I have one where it's like right after he's in like a knit hat, because I don't know which one you guys are talking about. There's a specific one you guys want me to play, so then I'm not sure which one you're talking about. So I have the one that just shows clips of the interrogation, and I have one where he's like in a knit hat outside, and then another one where he's walking out to his car. Is any of those ones that you were wanting me to play? Hopefully. If not, let me know. There's one where they do like the interview. I don't know if it's Dateline or like the main interview from like a big ABC. It was ABC. I don't know if I'm going to play that one, but yeah, his brother killed himself too. Because remember, there was a thing where they thought the brother was in on it too. Like he had something to do with it, or he helped maybe. Yeah, so his brother killed himself. So they're all dead. Anybody that knows anything died. And then remember, you guys, did you guys see the video where wait, hold on. Let me get this video. Let me get this ready and I'll tell you. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? I just have it pulled up. That's why I just want to do this real quick and then at least pull it up where I have it up. And then I'll ask you if you guys must be up here. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay, did you guys see that video where Josh's sister went undercover because she was friends with Susan and she knew? She had a feeling that her brother had something to do with it. I remember she talks about her dad just like being creepy. And so she went there. Remember, she went wired and tried to get Josh to say what happened. And then they ended up getting like in a fight and like kind of kicking her out. Did you guys see that? Okay, so this is the first one is just like a little clip of where they show, it's a news clip where they show clips of his interrogation when they question him. And then I have 2 more interviews.
Okay. Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, tonight we begin with a chilling first look at Josh Powell's interview with West Valley City Police.
Conducted 2 days after his wife Susan went missing, the interview lasted more than 3.5 hours. Josh Powell was never arrested in Susan's disappearance, never named a suspect or charged with any crime. News specialist Andrew Wittenberg live in West Valley tonight with the KSL and Deseret News exclusive story. Andrew?
Dave, good evening to you. It is chilling, quite frankly. In the hours following Susan Powell's disappearance in December 2009, Josh Powell came here to the West Valley City Police Department voluntarily for an interview. But instead of offering help and assistance, he didn't offer much of anything at all. His answers were short and dismissive. And instead of helping investigators, it only turns out to look like more of an admission of guilt.
You do not know where she's at? Okay.
Josh Powell, quiet, solemn, strange at times. His wife Susan is missing, and detectives want to get his story straight.
What do you think has happened to her? I need you to tell me what you think has happened to her.
I don't think she would leave on her own.
In the video, Josh acts confused. At one point, he can't remember what year he and Susan were married. He tells police he feels sick, then uncomfortable, and that he feels like he's a suspect.
Have I told you that you're a suspect?
Well, it's felt like that a few times.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law.
Powell is read his rights multiple times, frustrated as well about the interview, but eventually asks for an attorney. We took the tape to a former prosecutor, Kent Morgan, for insight. He says detectives should have stopped their questioning right there.
Instead of stopping the interrogation at that point, as the law requires the police to do, there's continuing questioning.
After advising Powell he could leave if he wanted to, 2 detectives used a new tactic.
One of our detectives just interviewed your children, and your children are telling our detectives that Mom went with you guys last night, and that she didn't come back.
She did not go with us.
Weber State Department of Criminal Justice professor Russell Dean says this is oftentimes a ruse.
It's a fact-finding process.
A lie created by detectives to get a suspect or person of interest to talk. West Valley police could not confirm if Powell's children in fact told police Susan Powell was on the supposed camping trip to the West Desert. But if it was an attempt to get a confession from Josh, it was completely legal.
Within reason, they can lie to you and they can tell you things that aren't true if they're trying to get you to confess.
Josh becomes visibly upset, and police can't arrest him with no evidence, no witnesses, and no confession.
You could leave anytime anyways.
Yeah. I mean, let me think about it for a couple days, and
Your wife is missing, Josh.
Yeah, but I've already...
And you want to think about it for a couple of days?
I've already answered everything. And I've told you I would answer everything.
It's a catch-22 for the cops, who clearly have reasonable suspicion of Josh's actions and demeanor, but...
You better be careful about jumping over that ledge and arresting that individual. Because once you do that, you can't take it back.
So Josh walks out at 4:14 in the afternoon. More than 3 hours of questions, and no closer to answers, no closer to Susan.
You're missing a body. That's the most horrible thing that I think a prosecutor can think of, is charging somebody with murder and then having the victim show up.
So many details here. Police pressing Josh about the camping trip, the cell phones, his boys for hours, with very little insight from Josh himself before he walked out here from the West Valley City Police Station. So many details which we have come to know now, but just additional insight into this case, which has now become so disturbing for so many. Guys, back to you.
Boy, very interesting to watch. Andrew Wittenberg live in West.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to turn this fan off. Look how it does that light from this. So wonder if did they really talk to the kids? Because don't they have to get permission to talk to a minor, right? So I mean, I know they could lie, so they probably just did lie. But I don't know now after the fact. Do you know? Because they did end up talking to the kids. Because didn't the kids say some things like, what did they say? I don't know. I feel like they said some things, but I wonder who approved for them to be talked to. Josh probably knew or found out as soon as he left police station. They really dropped it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Interview Charlie. Okay. What did he say? Does anybody know? I'm going to play another interview with Josh. So this one will be, okay, so, wait, I know I have one more. Actually, it looks like I might have three more interviews. I got to just find the other one that I just downloaded. Where is it? I want to play that one first because it says it's right after. She went missing. Hold on, where is it? No. Where did it go? Huh. Hold on one second, guys. It's right here. Why is it not showing up? Josh Powell, a full interview with 2 News. Okay, now let me look for it again. Hold on, guys. Full interview with 2 News. Oh, here it is. Okay. But okay, I will do this. So I only have 2 more. All right.
Josh? Hey, I'm Chris Jones from Tennessee. How are you? Okay. Yeah. How you doing? I know this has been difficult for you. What's going through your mind today?
Well,
shoot.
I've been trying to figure out what I can do so I don't sit idle. I'm dealing with
matching up
this repeatedly.
Sure.
Let me pause. I'm going to pause it and then try to put it back up because it's not matching up. Wonder why it downloaded so crappy. Hold on.
I was just going to go in and get my kids because, you know, they're
how are they doing?
They've been doing good. As far as I can tell.
How about you? I mean, I know this is difficult on you. How are you doing? I mean, this is it's got to be a lot of emotions going on for you.
You know, people have been really helpful and supportive, so it's been really hard, but you know, you just keep going.
What can you tell us about that night? I mean, from what we understand, you went camping and then came home. Well, tell us what happened that night.
Yeah, a lot of times I just go camping with my boys, you know, not anything big. I just go overnight, and you know, we do s'mores and stuff like that. And so I just went with the boys. I was planning to do some s'mores in the morning, and then we did. And then when we got home, well, on the way home, I found out that people were worried about us and we were missing.
And the report is that neither you nor your wife called in sick, and they said that that's not usual. What are your thoughts on that?
No, it's not usual.
I guess why didn't you call in sick? Or?
You know, I didn't. I was somehow thinking that it was Sunday. I didn't go to church, and I just missed the day and thought, come back Sunday.
So you got confused on what day it was.
Yeah.
Now, from what we understand, there's nothing. Looks like no foul play in the home. It appears that your wife left her cell phone and purse. I mean, do you have any? I mean, does she go off to sort of maybe clear her head? I mean, do you have any idea where she could be?
No, she'll leave during the day, but she's never left overnight.
Does she have any enemies that you can think of that would?
I can't think of anyone.
Now, a lot of talk on the internet. I mean, obviously in cases like this, and you know this, that they instantly talk about the husband. They think that he's the suspect, that he did something. Is there anything you want to say to address that?
I didn't do anything. I mean, I don't know where she's at. I don't even know where to start looking.
And the boys, I mean, what do you tell them about them all?
I haven't told them anything. I mean, they've overheard stuff, but I haven't. I mean, by the time it all started, I was already it was already late, and went to bed. Well, it's been hectic ever since.
Now, your wife laid down that night, right? She wasn't feeling well, is that? And then then that's when you went camping, right? Where'd you guys go camping?
Well, she wasn't not feeling well.
Oh, okay.
She was feeling well.
Oh, okay.
But she just went to bed.
About 5-ish, is that what we heard? We heard 5. I don't know if that's true. You would know better than we would.
No, she went to bed that night.
And what time did you go camping, would you say?
I got out to a pretty late start.
9-ish, something like that?
No, it was later.
Okay.
Basically, I'm just trying to figure out what I can do, and both try to find her and try to take care of life in general.
Okay. Where do you guys camp?
We went down south to some trails down there.
Do you mean like Moab area? Or?
No. We actually just went down to the Pony Express.
Pony Express Trail?
Yeah.
Okay. Are there campgrounds down there?
Yeah,
I'm not
I guess
familiar
there's
with the area, so yeah. Okay.
But I guess I better go.
Okay. Well, good luck to you. We appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so it was so obvious that he was lying, but I mean, he wouldn't even answer the question when they asked what time he left. Because it was like you said, it was what, 3 in the morning? Like that would look too suspicious. Be like, oh yeah, I just woke the boys up at 3 just to go camping in the middle of the winter. I mean, come on. How wasn't he a person of interest and a suspect in this? How? I don't understand. Moab. Yeah, Moab was one of the places that the Moab Desert was one of the places that Gabby went. Yep. In Utah. Oh, holding 2 dicks. Yay. You took wait, why'd you take off the the end of your name? His dad was disgusting. Hey, Mark David. Hey. Yay. I need to do a little bit earlier lives a lot more often because there's a lot of people that I don't get to see unless I do it. Hey, Jules. Knight Phillips. So, I'm gonna play one more interview with him, and then I guess I could find some of his dad if you guys are interested. But I want to play a couple of the ones I had planned too. That's what social worker. How I couldn't even think of the title of the person that took the kids there. She would be a social worker. It took the kids for the visitation to him. Earlier, I'm like, what's the title? It's just weird. Like on live, sometimes you can't think of things in the moment. I don't know. I don't know if it's like the nerves. I mean, I don't feel nervous, but like there'll be a lot of times I'm like, oh my God, I can't think of the name or I can't think. And then you guys always help. But normally I would know, you know? Okay, so I'm going to play one more interview with him. It's kind of interesting to watch these. I haven't watched him in a while. It's been like a few years since I've watched anything on it. Let's see. Let's do this one.
You know, I started out the day, frankly, thinking it was just another of 24 times that they've done this. And throughout the day, people seem to think this was different. I mean, it's a different kind of behavior than their usual. And if the police department is changing things that dramatically, you know, people thought that it was pretty serious, something to take seriously. And so I realized that maybe I've got some really good reason to hope.
You're looking for a resolution to this, it sounds like.
I would like a resolution. You know, I thought it would be frankly, I got the impression that they were talking about going down there and looking in a hotel or an apartment or something. I didn't know what to think. I mean, seeing the coverage this morning, I don't know what to think. It's just not what I was expecting.
We discussed talking about the last year, what it's been like. Is it something you want to talk about? Something you want to address? What it's been like over the last year and a half for you?
Well, you know, I've stayed focused as much as I can to take care of my sons. It's been hard. People have behaved in some very unacceptable ways. A lot of relationships have been destroyed. And, you know, on the other hand, I have a lot of support from a lot of people. I've never had so many churches supporting me in my life, you know? That's a nice thing, you know? Neighbors, people at my son's school, people at various places that we frequent on any level. are extremely supportive, and you know, I mean, it is really nice. It really doesn't make up for what a very small minority of people have taken it upon themselves to do.
One more question, because we agreed to keep this short, and with it, but what do you think happened to she is?
Frankly, it's just not something I want to speculate on. I mean, we've talked about possibilities. We've talked about the possibilities that I mean, frankly, I don't believe at all, obviously, anything that these people that have been out there saying stuff. I don't believe anything that they've been saying. You know?
I'm on mute. Am I on mute? Okay. So I don't know why it cuts off on mid-interview like that. Yeah. So everybody that probably knew what happened is dead. Because whether or not his dad had any part in it, or if he knew, I don't know. I don't for some why do I for some reason I don't think that he has any part because he was like in love with Susan. So like I don't think he would take part in anything. A part of me thinks that he believed his son, and I don't know though, because him and his son were pretty close. I mean, I don't think he took part in it, but I'm just wondering if he even knew. Well, it's kind of common sense though. What do you guys think? I think the brother, there was like a lot of talk that the brother probably helped, and that's why he just couldn't take it, so he ended up killing himself. Oh, cool, Jules. Thanks. Yeah, you guys, anybody else that um likes this channel is sub. I was just looking at my analytics and 58% of my watchers aren't subbed. Isn't that weird? Like that you would think that more of the percentage would be the ones that are sub because it's not like it's just free to subscribe or to subscribe. So it's kind of weird, but I hear that that's normal. A lot of the times, a lot of the views of channels are like people that aren't subscribed. You wouldn't guess that though. Okay, because all the channels that I watch a lot, I'm subscribed to. So okay, I think some people just forget too to subscribe. They'll be watching it, they like it, and they don't think to do it. And I'm not the type to always be like, "Oh, subscribe." Bella does good for me. She's always definitely saying it, but I don't usually say it, so maybe that's why. Oh, really, that girl? Wow, that sucks. Yes, it is. Angie, this is the case. So his whole family just messed up. Well, no, I shouldn't say his whole family because the sister was awesome. The sister was friends with Susan. She went wired and tried to get her brother Josh to admit to it and say what he did with Susan. Um, so I don't want to say the whole family, but I should say Josh and his dad were just gross, and his dad and his brother. I mean, for his brother to either take part or know about it and not say anything, then he's messed up too. But I think he at least had a guilty conscience that he was probably feeling so guilty that he ended up killing himself. But why not just say, oh, unless if he did have a part in it, because then he could actually do some time too. But it's just like clear your conscience, or at least if you're gonna kill yourself, at least write a letter and say at least what happened. So like that would really clear your conscience. And you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna kill yourself anyway, which I know, I mean, I don't think anybody should kill themselves, but if you're gonna do it, why I wish he would have just said what he knew and then, so at least the truth would have been out there. But no. All right, so let me see. I do have so what do you think? I mean, I feel like it's so obvious that he's lying. There's so many things that Oh, okay, Tony. Wow, it unsubscribes with a huh. Yes, his dad died in prison. He had, like, a heart attack, right, in prison? Because he was spying on his, like, neighbor girl, right? Like, an underage girl, didn't he have, like, a camera set up into her was it into her bedroom or something? But he got caught with a camera, I think, spying on his young neighbor, probably the neighbor's daughter or whatever, and yeah, so he went to prison, and I'm pretty sure that's where he died in there with a heart attack or something. Hi, Crime Time Buzz. And that car they sold hadn't been destroyed. I think Micah helped. Okay, yeah, I think he helped too. Yeah, and I think she knew too, Juanita, yep. Oh, this is a Susan Powell. Susan Cox Powell. Okay, so let me see. I have a couple other videos I wanted to share actually. I wanted to share the one where hold on, let me do wait, where did I put it? Oh, downloads. Okay. So I wanted to share. Where is it? Let's see what this one is. It's about it says Susan Powell's parents cautiously optimistic about Utah mine discoveries. Let's just see what this says.
I heard they were digging, and I thought, well, good for them.
Chuck Cox planned on thanking the privately funded searchers digging in a Utah mine, but when he heard they found bones and clothes,
I looked at that and I'm going,
That
no, I'm going.
pairs of
I got to get down there now.
he drove down from his Puyallup home to thank the
what
crew
must have
and to
got
help
ripped
their
out?
effort. He even went down the mine to offer another set of eyes.
My daughter could be down there, and they're helping, and they liked that I was willing to go down and help them out.
The search for Susan Powell began in December 2009 when friends reported the Utah mother missing. The night she vanished, her husband, Josh Powell, told police he had taken their boys, Charlie and Braden, camping in the Utah desert that December night. Josh Powell became a person of interest and lost custody. But in 2012, he set their home on fire and killed the boys and himself during what was supposed to be a state-supervised visit. In the decade that passed, Susan's family started a foundation offering support to domestic abuse survivors. But her parents never gave up searching.
You're feeling pretty confident? I mean, is that a word I can say, confident? Or how do you feel?
I like to say cautiously optimistic.
Chuck Cox says the location makes sense. He says Josh Powell talked about using a mine to hide a body, and Cox says former co-workers of Susan's say the pants found match the style and size she wore. Cox says DNA results could come any day.
It would just kind of resolve in our minds where we are. And it's kind of a relief, because although you're pretty sure she's not coming back, now we know. And we can kind of put that aside and continue on with the work through her foundation of helping other people.
Charlie and Braden are buried here in Puyallup. The community established this memorial site for them. Chuck Cox hopes to soon be able to add his daughter to this site. He wants to lay her remains to rest beside her boys. In Puyallup, Drew Mickelson, King 5 News.
Okay. Jade, I was gonna bring that up. Yeah, I don't know. When I was covering the Daybell case, I brought that up. I'm like, oh my God, because somebody, I forget who, was it one of my moderators or somebody was like, is she related to Lori Cox? Because Lori's maiden name is Cox. And then I asked, I remember on a live, I'm like, does anybody know? But I feel like a lot of people said no. I don't know how they know for sure or not. So I don't know. Maybe somewhere down the line, because they are Mormon too, which, I mean, I guess that doesn't mean that much, but Utah Mormon, I mean, it could. I wonder if they even know, if they are they aware of it? So maybe there is some kind of connection, maybe but are they aware of it? I don't know. That's pretty crazy though. Both are in like a huge murder case, like a huge thing that's like national news. I mean, international. I mean, other countries are aware of it, I'm sure, right? You guys, a lot of other countries, it was probably big. So both cases, and if they are from the same family, related, that's kind of weird, but I'm not sure. I really don't know. We would have to get like a family tree or maybe ask if we could get a hold of one of their families and just ask, like, are you related to each other? I have no idea though. Or somebody's good with like family trees or something that could somehow connect them. But yeah, good question. I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to say something. So let's see whatever and if anybody responded to that. Poor boys, I'm back last. Oh, you brought it. Okay. Wait, why did you change it? And then to begin with, was there a reason? Did somebody give you a hard time? No, we're talking about the Cox. It's Cox that's the same. So it's Susan's family, not Powell's. It's Susan Maiden's name is Cox, and so is Lori. So Lori's family. So is Cox a common name? Oh, it is. Cox is extremely common. So Robin said Cox is too. Okay. Absolutely no. Okay. Wait, but do you know, like, did you check into it? It's just weird. Mormons from the same area. So anyway, so that's that. That's what everybody else, I mean, a lot of people were saying that. No, there's no relationship, but I'm just wondering how, like, what did they do to go figure that? Did they do actually some digging and know for sure? I don't know. I can't remember what I saw on that. They said the axe didn't get the job done. I can't remember what. Why do I remember something about that too, God's country? That sounded familiar. Does anybody know? Are you? Yeah. Do you like this? I kind of like this screen. I don't know. It's one of my favorites. I think it looks good with the blue sweat hoodie. Yes, Hannah. They found remains in a mine shaft, and they got the reason they were searching it is because they got a tip, and I don't know what the tip said, but to search there, and so they found a pair of like women's pants, which it looks like two pants, but I think what happened, I think it's the top and bottom, right? It has to be because they keep just saying like one pair of pants. So, which being there that long, I mean, it's only, of course, it would probably rip apart. I mean, it's not that weird if they did, but yeah, they found remains. They found pants. They found like what did they call that, tree wrap or some kind of wrap that I guess on that cold podcast they talked about Josh having that, whether they knew because he purchased it recently or how they knew that he had some of that wrap, which is weird because this podcast was done, I mean, how long ago that they talked about that? And now they just found that now? Like, I think it's her. I think they're going to find out it's her. I really do. I think there's a good chance that it is her. And you heard that last video, it said that Josh talked about throwing a human body down a mine shaft. I don't know where that came up, where he talked about that. I'm not sure. Does anybody know? But I could see that. Yeah, I mean, and then it collapsed, which somebody said in here they think that maybe the dad collapsed it. I'm not sure how it collapsed, like what they figured out of it collapsing. I think they said in 2012. It's been collapsed since 2012, I think, right? Which, the dad would still been alive. And Josh, like I said, I think John, let me see when he died. Why am I thinking when he killed his, the murder suicide, why am I thinking that was in 2012 too? Let me see real quick. Because she disappeared they said December 6th, 2009 is when Susan disappeared. And then I'm just thinking 2012 is when he killed them and killed himself. Let me see, Josh Powell. Yeah, it looks like 2012 is when, and then I'm pretty sure they said in one of those videos that the mine's been collapsed since 2012. So wonder if he collapsed the mine and then he did that first and then killed himself. So there's no evidence left behind. Oh, 2010. Okay. Why did I think they said 2012? So that makes more sense though, because before he probably planned to kill himself, he wanted to, make sure that the evidence was really sealed up. And then maybe he just got nervous because they were getting maybe asking too many questions, and he got nervous maybe that they were gonna, find him guilty or charge him, which, a lot of people would rather be dead than go to prison for the rest of their life. So 2020, okay. Oh, okay. Josh mentioned he could hide a body in a mine. He said this at a party they were at. Okay. The heck, dude? They got a tip, then confirmed that mine collapsed within that 3-month period. Okay. Oh, I remember that, Empress. Oh my god, I can't believe you remember that. They were like, because normally, like, most of my people that watch aren't like young kids, and they were just like young teenagers, and they were freaking out because they were tripping and they didn't know what to do. And yes, I remember that. Wow, I forgot about that. I mean, I remember it, but it was out of my mind. Um, yeah, I have a video about that. I already have a couple videos, Journey of Justice, about I wanted to play about the lawsuit that I wanted to play. But thanks. I have that other video you sent, but I'm still a little bit nervous to play that because they play like a clip from Cold show or whatever. I don't know. I just feel like people like that, even though it would be fair use, but I just don't want to have to go through that. It's just a pain because then you have to fight it, and then it's a long process. And if I do get one during a live, I wouldn't be able to do live for 3 months till the dispute got taken care of. So I don't know. I'm a little nervous playing that one, but I do have some news clips from the state. Hold on. So which one should I play first? I have two. I have one that says okay, we'll do this one. Trial begins over the deaths of Susan Powell's children. And then I have one that Washington State found negligent. So let me play this one first. Now, this isn't new. This is from like when this all happened, when he killed himself, and then by the time the trial started and that, so that would probably been a few years after that. Okay, might as well just play.
Cox Powell's parents are suing over the deaths of her children, Charlie and Braden Powell. They allege Washington's Child Protective Services Agency did not do enough to keep them safe and bear some liability for their deaths. The boys were killed by their father in 2012. The lawsuit says Josh Powell was suspected of kidnapping and killing Susan. She vanished from her West Valley City home in 2009 and has never been found. The lawsuit says when Josh Powell moved from Utah to Washington, police warned child welfare caseworkers about dangers, but those were repeatedly ignored. In its own court filings, Washington's Department of Social and Human Services argues Josh Powell is liable, not the state, and Susan Cox Powell's parents can't benefit if she wasn't dead at the time. The case will go before a jury in Tacoma this week to determine any fault and damages. Now, an interesting side note to this, court documents reveal that the state of Utah had Susan Cox Powell declared legally dead November of last year. In Salt Lake City, Ben Winslow, Fox 13 News, Utah.
But wait, what does her being dead have anything to do with her children being dead? That was about the children, right? Why would she have had to been declared dead for them to sue the state for the negligent of knowing, of them warning that he's dangerous? Is it because the reason they're warning that he's dangerous is because they think that he killed Susan? But it should be regardless, because they were right. It doesn't matter if they say they think that he's dangerous and they don't want him having visitations, and then the social worker ignores it and brings him. It shouldn't matter why they think that. They just think, like that's weird. That's the argument. And let me see what it says. Let me see the next one to see if it says what happened. Hold on one second. So I play that. Okay, here we go. And then Journey, I could see which one you did. Maybe let me know after I play this one if it's anything more than what these ones say.
We begin this half hour with breaking news just into the Fox 13 newsroom. A jury in Tacoma has found the state of Washington negligent in the deaths of Susan Cox Powell's children, Charlie and Braden, and ordered the state to pay about $100 million to Susan's parents. The boys' father, Josh Powell, killed them before taking his own life in a spectacular fire in 2012. Susan disappeared in 2009. Her body has never been found.
Okay, so yeah, that's good. That means that they won, right? The parents, because they were found negligent, which they should have. That's bullcrap. Like, I know it was supervised and he just grabbed him, but like, they should have taken those warnings serious. I mean, they had to have known that there was a good chance that Josh was responsible for Susan's death. They just didn't have enough maybe to charge him. I mean, they had to take that into consideration, I feel like. And, you know, if he's dangerous, even if it's supervised, I mean, if he's dangerous where he's willing to kill people, like, who says he wouldn't just kill the social worker too? You know what I'm saying? I mean, if he had to, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I'm glad that they won. Yeah, they should never have been allowed around him. I agree. So Journey of Justice, let me see what you sent me. See if there's anything extra. Susan parents. Oh, they're supposed to receive $98 million. Wow. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I could. Let me get this ad done playing and see if I could play the video with it. 1 second. Wow. Well, no, that's good. I mean, there's no amount of money that could freaking replace their kid's life, right? Okay, hold on. Let me share my screen real quick. I have it ready where the ad is done playing. Video. Okay. No, wait, hold on. Thanks, Journey. Yeah, I'm going to play that. That's a good one. It's got to share screen. There we go. Okay. All right, here we go. To remove that real quick. Let me see if I can make this bigger if it stays. There we go. All right, let's play this.
Was negligent in how it handled Charlie and Braden Powell. The boys were murdered by their father while they were supposed to be in protective custody. As a result, state taxpayers will now have to pay nearly $100 million in damages. Josh Powell had been a person of interest in the disappearance of his wife, Susan Powell, who was reported missing in December of 2009 in Utah. Josh told police he was camping with his boys when she vanished. He and the boys later moved to Puyallup, and as police in Utah investigated, the state of Washington decided the boys were not safe at Powell's home. He had 20 supervised visits with the boys before in February of 2012, he killed himself and the boys at his Pierce County home. Susan Powell's parents sued the state and will now receive $98 million in damages. Charles Cox, the boys' grandfather, says he doesn't believe it's entirely over and doesn't expect to see the money, but any money he does see will be used to help other people dealing with custody issues.
Now, at least, because it went through the courts, because everybody saw what's going on, because we're talking to people, not only will the verdict show that they were negligent, and everything in the court case shows how, because we clearly showed how they were, where they were negligent. Now, hopefully, we can hold them accountable.
The trial started in February, but was put on hold due to the pandemic. It resumed earlier this month. Ann Brimner, the attorney for the Cox family, says we face so many legal obstacles to get the trial, and then the extraordinary circumstances of trying the case in the midst of a pandemic. We are so gratified by the jury's verdict and their commitment to justice. State attorneys had originally argued that Josh Powell was the only person to blame for what happened to the boys. In Tacoma, Britt Moore, King 5 News.
Cool. Thanks, Journey of Justice. That was a good one. Oh, I didn't have it on me. Okay, that was a good one. Yeah. So Why do they think that they're not gonna get that money, though? Shouldn't the state have to pay it? They said they doubt they'll even receive any of it? I don't but that doesn't make sense to me, though. Why wouldn't they? Does anybody know? You know what I wanted to do? Oh, Carly Goose, they never found her yet, have they? That case was interesting. Yeah. I don't think they think that could be like I don't know, yeah, trafficking type case. I don't know, who knows, but that was an odd case. I hope I don't know, I hope something comes about that one. Man, I got something in my eye, guys. Okay. All right, so let's see, probably just hard to what was I getting? A newer article. Oh, another one? Let's see. Oh, Susan Cox's parents. Let's see. $100 million verdict awarded to Susan Cox's parents, but okay, let's see. Yeah, basically saying like the same kind of stuff, but yeah, I just wonder if they'll receive it. Okay, let me see what else I had to share. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I wanted to do a giveaway. Let me see if I could set it up because there's this a thing you do it through StreamYards. I wonder if I could set it up mid live stream or if I'm gonna have to do it on my next one because I really want to do one for you guys. Let me see. I want to do. No, I guess I already. Yeah, I guess I already played really all I wanted to play of the videos. It looks like. So let's just take a little poll here. So how many of you guys wait, oh my god, I just lost my thought in mid thought. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, look at that. Wait. What was I gonna ask? I wanted to like take a poll on how many what. Give me a minute. It's gotta come back to me. Oh, that's what I want to ask. How many of you guys think that the state should have been charged? That it was their fault? Or it was just Josh's? I mean, considering that they did, I mean, he did just grab him, right? So just be honest, no judgment here. I mean, I could see both sides. I mean, I personally think, yeah, they should have took the parents' concern more serious. But I mean, absolutely. Okay, yeah. Just do like, yeah, thumbs up if you think that they were responsible. Okay, yeah. 15 days later. Oh, okay. I tried to skim that. I didn't see it. I was trying to skim to see if there was anything new in that article. About 15 days later, do look like parents will have to settle for 32.8 million, which was originally 100 million. Well, that's still a lot of money. So, okay. That's still good. I mean, it's still a lot. Let's see. State was negligent. Yes, the state failed. Okay. Yeah, I know. She was. Yep. I remember listening to that. Wonder if I could find that real quick. The call we could listen to. Hi, Ohio Time lady. Let me see if I could find it. Let's see. Yeah, bones. That's what the big news is. The bones are found. Yeah, that's what. If it was just like the clothes, then there's no way they could determine if it was her. So yeah, the bones is the huge thing that they found. So they're going to be testing that to see if it's her. So I'll try to keep checking. I don't know how long do you think that will take before they confirm or deny? I mean, I would say at least a week, but I don't know. They might, I mean, it might take a couple weeks since it's so old. What do you think? Does anybody know how long something like that takes? I think it's her too. I really do. I have a strong feeling because who else would it be? You know? I mean, I know it could be anybody, but I just where is she? Like where the heck did he put her? He couldn't have gone that far. So yeah, I think it is. They can do it pronto, but I wonder how long it'll take before they tell us. Couple months, computer tech? I hope not. How long did they take for Brian Laundrie? I can't remember. Wasn't it only like a couple weeks or a few weeks? Yeah. So it's probably not the specific social worker's problem, right? It's more because she probably didn't have any control over that. Whoever's like higher up is probably like, no, didn't take it seriously. Nope, you have to take the boys to the visitations because it wouldn't be her, right? It wasn't her making the decisions, I don't think. Hunter? Wait, who's Hunter? GT Shiva? Hunter. Wait, why am I Hunter? I'm not sure who that is. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So it's not her fault. So I do feel bad for her. Yeah, and with Brian, it was how recent after. Now we're talking here. How many years would that be? Like 13, is it 13 years, right? Yeah, 13 years since she disappeared for her. So it might take a little bit extra tests or take longer. Oh, okay. Let's see. All right, let's see. I'll share this article. See what it says. 1 second. Let me share my screen. Yeah, and then maybe I'll try to find. Yeah, that's the name associated with. Oh, maybe they think we're talking about Summer. Maybe okay, because yeah, Hunter would be the one associated with that. Okay, good call. I was wondering. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me share this. All right, so let's see what this says on how long it'll take. So findings from the mine search in the West Desert of Utah have been sent to a lab in Salt Lake City to determine if anything found as evidence of where Susan Cox Powell was left. Those findings included bones, a pair of pants that may be women's sizing and style, as well as other clothing, scraps, and trash. While it's all potential evidence of this unsolved case, Susan's family and friends are just waiting for any answer. It was pretty emotional last week. Susan's best friend, Kiersey Hallowell, said, lots of back and forth. Is it her? Is it not her? Have they found a clue? Susan's disappearance. Dave Heavy D Sparks of the show Diesel Brothers spent the majority of the last 2 weeks running an operation to find Susan Cox Powell's final resting place. Well, is it saying? Hold on. So yeah, it's the interview where she was talking about this, like quoting her exactly where she said, "I was very glad yesterday to hear that a forensics lab had been selected." Blah blah blah. We already watched that interview. Okay, let's see. Susan was a pair. Oh yeah. So the pair of pants found belonged to Susan was a pair of women's pants that measure around 26 inches in size. And then yeah, I'm not going to read all this because we just watched that interview where she said she saw the pants and thought they could be hers. Okay. Yeah, this is that same thing where we watched the video. It's saying the same things. let's see, here we go. There's not an estimate on the amount of time the forensic test will take, but they're hoping the results come back sooner rather than later. I'm aware that life is not a 42-minute TV show or DNA results show up the next day to solve a case just in time. I don't know how long it will take. I'm hoping it will be just a few weeks and not a few months. Yeah, so they don't know. They're hoping. Yeah, so it doesn't really say, to be honest, but because probably they don't really know. They're probably not giving them a time, you know, they don't know maybe what the time frame is. Rib bones, yep, that's what they said, rib bones. All right, let me see if I could find that 911 call. I'm going to search real quick. So it'd be social workers 911 call. Okay, let's see, guys. Oh, here we go. I think I might have found it. I have an audio one, and then I have one that's a video. Let me see real quick. Okay, hold on. I found a video, but it's like in a news clip, so I don't know if it's going to play the whole 911 call. So I want to see with the audio how long the call is to see if the audio is longer. Because we don't necessarily need a video, we just need an audio. So let me see. Hold on. So the audio is, yeah, we're going to do this one. Wow, okay. Here we go. I found it. So it's just going to be audio. All right. One second, guys. I'm just downloading it, and then we'll listen to it. All right. So, okay. Do you guys want to watch it, right? Or you want to hear it, right? So this is I'm going to play the 911 call that the social worker made after Josh. It's supposed to be a supervised visitation for Josh to visit his kids. And after he basically, when she knocked on the door, he grabbed his two sons and freaking shut the door and locked her out. So that's what we're going to be listening to. So she calls 911, and then this is what she says and what happens. Okay, let me get it up. Oh, whoa. All right, where is it? All right. Wait, hold on. Why is it not? Just give me 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. It's coming. I just want to make sure that I brought up the right one here. We got 1. Okay, yeah. So add it, and then I'll actually.
Hey, I'm on a supervised visitation for a court-ordered visit, and something really weird has happened. The kids went into the house, and the parent, the biological parent, whose name is Josh Powell, will not let me in the door. What should I do?
What's the address?
It's 8119, and I think it's 89th. I don't know what the address is.
Okay, that's pretty important for me to know.
Sorry, I can't. Just a minute. Let me get in my car and see if I can find it. Nothing like this has ever happened before at these visitations, so I'm really shocked, and I could hear one of the kids crying, but he still wouldn't let me in. Okay, it is just a minute, I have it here. You can't find me by GPS?
No.
Okay, it is, I still can't find it. But I think I need help right away. He's on a very short lease with CSHS, and CPS has been involved. And this is the craziest thing. He looked right at me and closed the door. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am. I'm just waiting to know where you are.
Okay. It's 8119 189th Street, Court East, Puyallup, 98375. And I'd like to pull out of the driveway because I smell gasoline and he won't let me in.
You want to pull out of the driveway because you smell gasoline, but he won't let you...
He won't let me in.
He won't let you out of the driveway?
He won't let me in the house.
Whose house is
Got the
it?
kids in the house and he won't let me in. It's a supervised visit.
I understand. Whose house is it?
Josh Powell.
Okay, so you don't live there, right?
No, I don't. No, I'm contracted to the state to provide supervised visitation.
I see. Okay. And who is there to exercise their visitation?
I am. And the visit is with Josh Powell.
And who
And
supervises?
he is the husband that I supervise.
So you supervise and you're doing the visit?
Yeah,
You're
I
supervising yourself?
I supervise myself. I'm the supervisor here.
Wait a minute. If it's a supervised visit, you can't supervise yourself. If you're the
I
visitor...
do supervise myself. I'm the supervisor for the supervised visit.
Okay, well, aren't you the one making the visit? Or is there another
I'm the
parent
one-
that you're supervising?
No, I'm the one that supervises. I pick up the kids at their grandparents.
Yes. And then who visits with the children?
Josh Powell.
Okay, so you're supposed to be there to supervise Josh Powell's visit with the children.
Yes, that's correct.
And how did...
And he's the husband of missing Susan Powell. This is a high-profile case.
How did he gain access to the children before you got there?
I was one step in back of them.
Okay, so they went into the house and then he locked you out.
Yes, he shut the door right in my face.
All right, now it's clear. Your last name?
My name is Elizabeth Griffin Hall.
Griffin Hall is hyphenated?
Yes.
And what's your phone number, Elizabeth?
This cell phone number is 360-990-9955.
And what agency are you with?
Foster Care Resource Network. And the kids have been in there by now approximately 10 minutes. And he knows this is a supervised visit. 2. Braden is 5 and Charlie is 7.
And the dad's last name?
Powell, P-O-W-E-L, L.
2 L's? 2 L's at the end of Powell?
Yes.
His first name?
His first name is Josh.
Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, native?
He's white.
Date of birth?
I don't know. He's about 39.
How tall?
5'10", 150 pounds.
Hair color?
Brown.
Did you notice what he was wearing?
No, I didn't notice what he was wearing.
Is he alone then, or is anybody
I don't know. I couldn't get in the house.
Are you in a vehicle now or on foot?
I'm in a vehicle. I'm in a Prius, a 2010 Prius. But the door is locked. But he hasn't opened the door. I rang the doorbell and everything. I begged him to let me in.
Elizabeth, please listen to my questions. What color is the Toyota Prius?
Gray, dark gray.
And the license number?
I don't know. I can look. ZMH.
Zebra Mary Henry?
Yes.
All right, we'll have somebody look for you there.
Okay, how long will it be?
I don't know, ma'am. They have to respond to emergency, life-threatening situations first. The first available deputy
Well,
is responding.
this could be life-threatening. He went to court on Wednesday, and he didn't get his kids back. And this is really, I'm afraid for their lives.
Okay, has he threatened the lives of the children previously?
I have no idea.
All right, we'll have the first available deputy contact you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hello?
Hi, ma'am. Were you calling about the fire in the 8200 block over
Yes,
on
he
88th Street,
exploded the house.
Ma'am,
Yes,
do you know
he exploded the house.
Okay, do you know the exact address of the house, or are you
Yes,
able?
it's 8119 189th Street, Court East,
Okay.
2 hours.
Okay, stand line. Do you know if anyone's in the house?
Yes, there was a man and 2 children. I just dropped off the children, and he wouldn't let me in the door.
Okay, stand line for the fire department. Okay, I'm going to get them on the line. Do not hang up. Hold on. Stay on the phone here with me, ma'am.
County Fire Medical Aid.
Hi, fire. This is Rose at Lisa, transferring a lady who has an exact address of the house that is on fire there in the 188th Street Court East neighborhood.
Yes? Okay, what gave them that exact address? I dropped it, sorry. Just a minute. I can hear the fire trucks, but they're not here yet. It's 8119. There. What? We have an engine there. And people are saying there's not somebody here, but I was just there, and there is somebody here. There's 2 little boys in the house, and they're 5 and 7, and there's an adult man. He has supervised visitation, and he blew up the house and the kids. The kids and the husband and the father were in the house? Yes, he slammed the door in my face. So I kept knocking. I thought it was a mistake. I kept knocking, and then I called 911. You saw him go back into the house when the flame, right before the flame? He didn't ever leave the house. He just opened the door. The kids were 1 step ahead of me. They're 5 and 7. They were 1 step ahead of me, and he slammed the door in my face. And you think he might have done this intentionally? Yes. Okay. County, go ahead with what you need. I'll pass that on to my...
Thank you very much, fire. Ma'am, what is your name, please?
I'm Elizabeth Griffin Hall, and I'm the supervised visitor.
Okay, hold on. Elizabeth, hold on just a moment. Ma'am? Okay, so your last name is Griffin what?
Griffin Hall, Griffin Hall, Hall.
Okay, and your phone number 360-990-9955 is your personal cell number. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's
correct. Where are you at right now?
I'm at 81112 on the same court.
Okay, so you're waiting down the street at 8112 109th Street Court, 189th Street Court East.
Yes.
Okay. And are you in your car?
I was in my car. I'm standing outside it right now.
Okay. Is that your home? Is that your home address?
No, that's not my home address. I was the supervised visitation coordinator. I picked the children up. Parents.
What is this person's name?
His name is Josh Powell. Just a minute, the sheriff's here. Let me tell him the
Go ahead and talk
in the house.
Go ahead and talk to the officer, ma'am.
Okay, so that's there it is, both 911 calls. Man, it's so frustrating. It's like she has to say the same thing over and over. But I feel like a lot yeah, this 911 call was operator was frustrating, but I feel like when you listen to a lot of the 911 calls, because I actually have a bunch that I've been adding up to, because I started this series, like, I don't even call it a series, but like last year where I was gonna do like 911 calls. I did like probably like maybe three of them. So anyway, I started collecting some interesting ones again that maybe I'll play. But a lot of the operators, that's how it is. They like it's like so annoying. They ask the same questions over and over. You tell them, and you're usually in an emergency situation, right? When you're trying to call 911, it's like an emergency situation, and you have to answer the same thing over and over. It's like, are they not listening to what you're saying? Like you're Oh, it's so annoying, but a lot of them are like that, so it must be their training, how they have to verify over and over, even though this one was pretty bad though, but so they must not have communicated, because I mean, you would think that the other call that she just made, I mean, he should have been putting the information into the system, right? So it should have been all in there, but it's so annoying. Aw, Costco. Yep, that's probably easily done. We don't have a Costco around here, actually. In Colorado, there's a bunch of them, but in Ohio, no. We have, well, at least in Canton, we have like Sam's Clubs, but yeah, that's true. Well, usually when they're still talking and they already are sending somebody, but they're still like on the phone with you asking questions. But a lot of the times you don't realize it. So the caller, because just listening to him, you hear like when the caller is still talking to the operator and they probably already sent somebody on the way on a lot of these, the caller is not a real, they don't realize because you'll hear them like, just send somebody. And they're like freaking out because they want somebody there quick, not realizing that there's somebody already on the way, but the operator just keeps talking to get more information. And because you'll hear a lot of them, they'll like say, send somebody, and then the operator will even say, well, they're on their way, but then they keep asking questions, and then they're just, it's probably not sinking in. They're thinking, wow, they're still talking to me. They just need to send somebody. I don't really want to talk to you anymore. I just want somebody here. But that's just how they do it. So on one hand, you didn't know what the other hand was. Yeah, yep, canine handler. That's true. I know, yeah. I mean, this one was, it was frustrating. This one, they did do a lot. They made a lot of mistakes because, yeah, it should have been an emergency. Freaking, she says he took the kids. She smells gas. He won't let him in. There's 2 children's lives here. It should have been handled as an emergency, and that's why that they were found negligent. And no, that wasn't 911. Wait a minute. No, that was the state that was found negligent. Wait, yeah, we're talking about 2 different things. Sorry, I apologize. What about the 911? Yeah, I don't even know. Well, that would be a part of the state, or how would that, like, if you were to sue 911? I mean, you can't really, right? I don't know how that works, to be honest. I probably sound stupid, but yeah. Maybe the person could be fired, I guess. I don't know. City. Oh, the city maybe? Yeah, Plant David. I'm not sure. Hold on a second. What's this? Oh no, it's not letting me Journey because I'm not subscribed to that. It won't let me pull it up, the one you just sent for some reason. It's saying subscribe to continue. Huh. Yeah. Are you subscribed to it then, maybe? Let me see what other. Okay. All right, sorry. I was just checking my emails to see if there's anything. Oh, Baron Max, hey! I know. We were just talking about that same name. It's very interesting. A hyphen in what? In her name? In Susan's name? I don't know. Is there a hyphen? Are you saying because I did it wrong maybe? I didn't put a hyphen. I mean, I guess I could add it, but I mean, I've seen it without the hyphen. I'm just gonna keep it, I think. Is that bother some of you guys? I mean, do you think I need to add a hyphen to her name? I don't know. I don't know if that's a necessity. Well, it's not really that important right now, but I'm not sure. Because I feel like when I was looking up, like in articles and stuff, there was no hyphen on the articles that I had, and I think that's why when I picked the title at the time, I just got done reading a bunch of articles. I didn't see a hyphen in any of her names in her name, so that's probably why I didn't add it. But I don't think it's that big of a deal because I don't think. Let me see. Let me just double check if there is a hyphen. I don't know if necessarily like because she is using her maiden name plus her married name. If you always add a hyphen, is that what you do? I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know if that's what she's talking about, that if she wants me to add a hyphen or not. Oh, you're saying the caseworker. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about her name. No, it's okay. I thought. Oh, okay. Oh my God. Sorry, man. I misunderstand a lot sometimes. I'm like, wait, oh my God, I'm silly. Yeah, just like stupid stuff. Just like this girl is just trying to get somebody out there. I mean, and the fact that they didn't treat it as an emergency. Um, yeah, I know. We were talking about like, oh wait, what are you saying? Hold on. Should a hyphen like it was that important? Yeah. Yeah, I know. I silly. Oh my God. Look how I jumped to the conclusions there. Or jumped to, I don't even know what the right word. I just jumped to the thing where, oh my God, she must be talking about my title. Oh my God. Anyway, hey Linda, hey Cement Shoes. All right, guys, I think I am going to end it. I don't have really anything else to share. It's huge news though. So if they do release information and before I like do a video and see it, let me know, you guys, if you guys hear anything. I'm gonna keep checking. I feel like at least it's gonna take a week. I think at least it's gonna take a couple weeks before at least they confirm it and come out to the media. In my opinion, they might draw it out like a couple months just to run tests. I mean, I don't know, but since it's so old, so that'd be 13 years old. I'm not sure if that takes longer, but I would say at least a couple weeks. Don't you guys think? Before we get results at the least. Thanks, guys. It's okay, C care. And thanks guys for coming and chatting with me about it. I always have fun chatting true crime, even though it is some, serious, deep stuff, but at least, when we get to discuss it together, it helps. Okay. So I'm working on a video now, guys. I've been working on it for a few days. That voice comparison for the Delphi that I promised in the last live, I said I would do it. I should have it done today. I'm going to try to finish it tonight or tomorrow. So it was taking me longer than I thought for some reason. So I'm working on that. And then I know like we still have to do the Bundy. We still have to do what else? Finish the Darley up. And then I know they just found what McKinney, the little girl. I didn't get a chance. I was planning on following that case and talking about it, the McKinney what is it? Serenity McKinney? Is that her name, I think? But I never got a chance to, and I guess they found her body, is what I've been told. Let me see what it says here. Yeah, Serenity McKinney. I guess they found her, right? Let me make sure if that's what it says. I've been getting emailed. Yeah, found in Kentucky more than a year after she was last seen alive. Remains were found. So a lot of you guys were probably following that case. They found her. So, I don't know. Yeah, just email me, guys, if you have any like new cases that you want me to cover, or any like random ones for my random headlines. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you when we see you. I don't know if I'll be doing a live tomorrow or not. Possibly. I'm not sure though. Because me and Bella are working on that thing we've been working on. So we're probably going to try to get that done. Well, I don't know, not done, but we're going to work on that this weekend. And that'll be interesting. So I don't know. I'll see you soon though. Thanks for coming, guys. Bye, everybody. And those of you who just came in, if any of you guys are here that wanted to see Zeke and weren't here at the beginning, go rewind to the beginning and he's there. He made his little appearance. It's been like I feel like it's been like almost 2 months since I brought him, since he's made an appearance. So he's got his little harness on, and it's only a couple minutes, but I'm already missing him. I gotta go give him a kiss before he goes to bed. He's probably already in bed. I hate that he goes to bed so early now with my grandma. Because like 7 o'clock, I don't get to see him after 7. At the latest, sometimes she stays up till 8, but most of the time she's in bed at 7 and she takes him. Gosh darn it. I wanted to give him another little kiss. All right, but anyway, bye, guys. Oh, wait, what does this say? Hold on, don't be with you. Oh, Kelly, I don't know. That's interesting. I don't think so. I don't think it was him. But I think a lot of people probably could sound like it and like look like it. Look how many suspects we went through. It's like, oh, it looks similar. Oh, and you're like so sure, like, oh my God, it looks just like him. And then it ends up not being him. So I think it is a thing that a lot of times we'll hear a voice that sounds like the voice is a little bit more rare. I don't hear a lot of people saying, oh, it sounds exactly like so and so. But I have heard some comparisons where people said, yes, it's got to be him. And then the sketch, there's like so many. But all right. Bye, guys.